am very big on taking care of yourself and being you, whether you're a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, whatever. You have to take care of yourself. You have to pour into yourself. Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Valerie Crab. Welcome to my channel. This is the first sit down video, self-development video for this channel. If you have followed me from my old page, hi, welcome to this new journey, this extended journey that we're on. And if you are new here, hey girl, hey, you're going to love it here. If you enjoy anything self-development, mindset, personal growth, lifestyle, just all the things, girl, go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe. You're going to love it here. So this video is going to be all about starting over, okay? And why you should and why you shouldn't be afraid, girl, because listen, I literally just walked away from 26,000 subscribers and started all the way over, okay? When it comes down to starting over, girl, you can start over as many times as you want. There is no limit on how many times you can start over, okay? Start over whenever. I'm currently 35 and I am starting over. I'm rediscovering myself. I'm rebuilding my life. I'm rebranding. Literally, I am rebranding, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, at the beginning of the year, or you don't have to wait till your birthday or whatever the case may be. You can change whenever you want. So I like to give quick, actionable steps. I don't really like to be long-winded. I do love to chat now, okay? We chatted up in those weekly vlogs, but here I like to just give you like a mid-week reset. Sometimes I have my kid gloves on, other times I'm like the heavyweight champion of the world, sis, okay? Just depending on what I need to give to you in that video. But today is gonna be really soft, okay? So don't worry, kid gloves are on today. But the first thing you're gonna wanna do when it comes to starting over, or if you're feeling like you need to start over, is to create a new vision, right? We are currently in June, and maybe some of us created a vision board at the beginning of the year. Or maybe you have never created a vision board, but you're just kind of feeling like a tug and you're feeling like, I need something new, something different, something fresh. Well, you need to create that vision. You need to know, what does that look like? Whatever is on the inside, you need to get that out in some type of way, whether that's through journaling, a vision board, which I absolutely love vision boards. I will be creating me a new vision board for the rest of the year because the one that I created in January just no longer aligns with where I'm at and how I've grown and evolved since then. So yeah, girl, we're going to create that vision. You're going to have to recalibrate, right? Sit down and figure out what's working for me. Like, girl, I used to love this, but now I don't. I used to didn't like this, but now I do. So what's working? What's not working? What are your new interests? What do you love? What are you wanting to lean more into? What are you wanting to pull back from, right? Anything that you can think of, pour it out on paper, okay? Just do like a major brain dump on where you're at and where you would like to be. One way I like to do this is through the Project Me Journal by Myself Evolved. And girl, let me tell you, we have physical copies, but we also have a digital copy, which I am beginning to lean more into, because the physical copy is kind of like, once you do it the one time, it's kind of hard to go back and change it, versus when you have that digital copy, it's easier for you to like go back, erase, or like copy the page or whatever, and literally just start over as many times as you need to. So I've been leaning into the digital version of it. It will be linked down below. I absolutely love the journal. But anyways, I have to get everything out of my head and onto some form of paper where I can visually see it, write it out, come up with my goals, so that way I can, create a plan, okay? And then also from the things that I've listed out on what I want, what I'm desiring, and what is my goal for the rest of the year, or the next 3 years, or the next 5 years, or whatever, I'm able to create a vision board with that. And as I just mentioned, I absolutely love vision boards. So once you have your vision and you have created your vision board and you have it all laid out on paper. Now, you might do like a massive brain dump, but we need to get it organized. What are the goals? What is the major goal? And what is the plan? What does that look like? Once you do that, sis, you want to kind of shift your mindset. So I know that it is so easy to think about why you shouldn't change and what's the worst that can happen and what is this person going to think and how am I really going to do that. But the second thing I want you to do is shift your mindset. I am so big on mindset. If you've been following my journey, Valerie Crad, for however long, you know that I am always going to talk about mindset. Everything literally starts in your mind. And we have to do this thing where we train our brain, right? Train your brain just like you would train your muscles at the gym, right? You have to get in the habit of shifting your mindset, right? And so instead of thinking like, oh, what's the worst that can happen, sis, I want you to sit down and designate some time and think about what is the best that can happen. Literally, write it out. What is the best that can happen? I'm really big on scripting, which is basically like future writing or writing as if. And I want you to get into the habit of literally writing like, I am so happy and grateful now that. That is like my number one journal prompt when it comes to scripting, because it starts you off of like with gratitude, which I'm so big on gratitude. And then also it kind of gets you into the flow of thinking the best, right? I am so happy and grateful now that whatever the change is that you're making and how that end goal looks, right? So once you created that vision and you have that goal of where you want to be, you're going to sit down and write as if, and it's going to help you shift your mindset. Think about the best that can happen. I am so happy and grateful now that we have moved into our dream home. I am so happy and grateful now that I have peace beyond understanding. Yes, it's not just about material things. Think about how you want to feel. How are you able to give back? Who are you able to help, right? Write all of these things out. It's not just about how it's going to benefit you, which, girl, you know I'm all about. I am very big on taking care of yourself and being you, whether you're a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, whatever. You have to take care of yourself. You have to pour into yourself. And yes, sis, my family knows it's all about me to an extent, for sure. And it's not selfish at all. So with this, with the change that I'm going to make and the change that I'm going to make with starting over, how is that going to benefit my family? How is that going to benefit my friends? You know what I mean? So script all of that out. I am so happy and grateful now that I have peace. I'm not so naggy with my husband. I'm not snapping at my children. I absolutely love what I do for a living. I am highly paid to be myself. Whatever the case may be, whatever your dream and your vision is, write that out and think about what is the best that can happen. It is so cliche, so super cheesy, and you may feel like, girl, what am I really doing? Especially if it's like your first time doing it. But the more you lean into it, sis, and the more you practice this thing, you're going to be better at it. Again, like I mentioned earlier, when you first go to the gym, it's like, I really don't know what to do. I don't know how to work the machines. But the more you go, you begin to be more confident. And you may start out just like on a treadmill or the Stairmaster. And then you know what? You work your way up to going to the weight section with everyone else. You might feel silly at first and like, oh my gosh, I don't know if my form is right. I don't know if I'm doing this properly. But the more you do it and you research and you just really feed your brain the positive things when it comes to like going to the gym and looking at people's form online or even getting a personal trainer, whatever the case may be, you begin to build confidence, right? So it's going to be the same thing with this activity when it comes to shifting your mindset and scripting. It might feel silly at first, but the more you do it and the more you practice it, the better you will feel and the more confident you will be with like doing this activity. And y'all, it is so good because it lets you kind of dig into your childhood and let your imagination run wild, right? When we were children, you know, we were always taught to like dream and like let your imagination run wild, like literally. But then as we get older, like what happened to that? Why did we stop? Did life just really get real? And I know it did, sis, because it got real for me. And it can be hard to dig into that childlike imagination. Well, this gives you the opportunity to lean back into her and really just like pour out what it is that you really want and desire without thinking about anything negative that can happen, what other people are going to say, and all of that. So that's tip number 2. And then the last tip of this video, tip number 3, just do it. Okay, like Nike was on to something, period, when they said just do it. Just do it. Don't be like me, sis. Okay, so for about a year, I had this feeling of needing to start over on my YouTube channel. And I just said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm just going to hold on to my people. I don't want to lose them. I want them to follow me, things like that. But then it really came down to, girl, this is something you need to do. You literally just need to start over, rebuild, plant new seeds. Like, what is so hard about that? What are you afraid of? So again, y'all, I'm so big on journaling. I literally wrote out, what are you afraid of? Why don't you want to start over? Like, I had to dig deep and like really do the work personally as to why is it so challenging for me to start over? What am I holding on to, right? And then that's why it's good to know, like, what is the best that can happen? What is the best that can happen in this situation? Okay, you start over. With me starting over, I'm able to feed directly to my people, the people who are here for me and that need to hear my message and that needs to pick up what I'm putting down, okay? And so also I get to plant new seeds and I get to start over on the algorithm. We can't always be just blaming other things and situations and people for why we're not where we want to be, right? But this gives me an opportunity to shake things up a bit, speak directly to the people that I need to be speaking to and who I'm called to speak to. And of course, you guys, I want you to pray about it if you're into that, because girl, hey baby, Jesus the Christ, okay? But pray about it, think about it. Yes, don't make any rash decisions, but also just do it. When you know you're having that pulling and that tug, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't even give yourself the opportunity to do that. And I did mention earlier how, sometimes we feel like, oh well, I'm just gonna wait until the kids get older. Oh, I'm just going to wait until my birthday. Oh, I'm just going to wait until the beginning of the year. Sis, we're in June. If you start now, you will be 6 months ahead, 6 months further along than what you would have been versus waiting to the beginning of the month or waiting years until the kids are older or whatever the case may be. Like, go ahead and start now. What steps can you be putting into place now? One thing about it, everything is figure outable. Everything is going to get figured out along the way, right? So you don't want to sit around and twirl your fingers and play the what if game and wonder like, well, I wonder where I'd be had I just done X, Y, Z. Don't give yourself a chance to talk yourself out of it. So for me personally, one thing that I had to do, because let me tell you, I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna do it. You've been telling me to plant these seeds. You've been telling me to start over. I've been feeling this urge to start over for over a year. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. The day that I said I was gonna do it, I was like, okay, let me create the page. So I created the page, which is where you guys are watching me on here today, the Valerie Crad. And I created the page and everything. And as soon as I done that, I start getting feelings of doubt that my people weren't going to follow me, doubt that I shouldn't be doing this thing, and just, girl, my mind just started playing all kind of tricks on me. So I say, you know what? No, we're not gonna do this. What I decided to do is got my little self on Instagram, and I told my Instagram family, like, hey y'all, I'm on this rediscovering myself journey. I've been feeling this tug, and I started a new YouTube channel. So with that, with me putting it out there, yes, you have the right to change your mind. I have the right to change my mind. I can decide today that I don't want to do this anymore. But the thing is, 9 times out of 10, once you put it out there for people to see and to know, you're not going to retract on it. 9 times out of 10, it's scientifically proven that once people know about it, outside of your immediate circle, like, you're going to do something about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to put it out here before I even give myself a chance to change my mind. So sis, put one foot in front of the other. Don't get stuck in research mode. Don't get stuck in the what ifs. Don't get stuck in the fear of what people would think or say. Don't get stuck on just whatever it is you can get stuck on. Don't get stuck on any of the excuses. Literally, just do it. And sis, when you have that feeling, when you have that urge, the difference. Your intuition is there for a reason, and you having these feelings for a reason. Lean into it and learn to trust it, and just go with it, sis. Is it going to always be easy? No. Is it going to be a little challenging? Could be. Starting over can feel scary. It can feel challenging. It could feel like a negative pull. but you want to go ahead and push past the resistance and just do it, sis. You know, it's not going to always be comfortable, it's not going to always feel good, but change is always necessary. It's going to take you outside of your comfort zone. Change helps you to grow, change helps you to evolve, and that is what we're all about over here, okay? So lean into it, sis. Take that leap. You can do it. Make sure it makes sense, okay? Because listen, I have shared with y'all about taking the leap before, and if you're thinking about like quitting your job or anything like that, girl, make sure it makes sense on paper. Like write out those bills, okay? Write out what you have saved, what the plan is. Like make sure that it makes sense. Because I don't want y'all out here talking about what Valerie said, take that leap. And so I'm out here, girl, pray about it. Make sure it makes sense and then do what you need to do, okay? I'm just saying don't get stuck in the what ifs and the excuses when you know it makes sense and you could have been done this thing, okay? If you love this type of content, self-development, mindset, personal growth in general, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend, with somebody who may need this message. If you have any topics that you would like for me to discuss, any topics that you want my point of view on, anywhere where you may feel like you need a little push, sis, let me know down below so I can get the video out for you. Also, your girl loves vlogs. I love talking to y'all, chatting with y'all, bringing y'all along with me during my week. So I do drop a weekly vlogs every single Sunday. And yeah, be sure to check those out. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.